Commit to taking shorter showers and turn off the tap while brushing your teeth.
Reduce, reuse, recycle. Try cutting back on the amount of trash you make. For example, use your own water bottle rather than buying bottled water. Do not use plastic straws or bring your own bag to the grocery store.
Eat the food you buy and eat less meat. Commit to wasting less of the food you buy. Livestock, like cows and pigs, are huge contributors to our emissions problem. If you eat less meat, you will be doing your part in helping to reduce those emissions.
Pull the plug. Phones and other electronics use energy when they are plugged in, even if they are fully charged. Don't leave fully charged devices plugged into your home's outlets. Unplug rarely used devices or plug them into power strips and timers. Adjust your computers and monitors to automatically power down to the lowest power mode when not in use.
Get there efficiently. Cars and trucks burn gasoline and diesel fuel. If possible, walk, ride your bike, or take public transportation.
Hello, and welcome to our fifth There Is No Planet B podcast presented by the Valentine Keystone Lions.
Wow.
Thank you for taking the time to listen in as we partake in discussions surrounding climate change and how it is not only affecting our natural world, but the personal world of teens. My name is Jonathan, and joining us today, we have members of our Keystone group, Valerie,
Yay.
Aaron,
Hello.
Rachel,
Hey.
Samantha,
Hi.
and Nigel.
Yeah.
All right.
Not this.
We made it.
Not again, please.
That took
Look, we just got done with the laughing fit. We have a case of the giggles today, so we're sorry about any giggling
Can't
that
look
might
at each
happen.
other.
Oh, don't act like you weren't laughing too. You're laughing right now.
What is she supposed to frown?
You know,
It's a serious topic. No laughing.
Yeah, no more laughing, guys. You can't laugh ever, according to
I'll write
Sam.
you your guys' behavior
the-
letters if you
the
don't
most
stop.
I laughed in like 2 years.
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah, it's been a
I
while.
almost peed my pants. I was laughing so hard, I'm not going to lie.
All right.
Okay.
So,
No.
as you heard in the beginning, Keystone read off some things that we can do as a community to kind of reduce our environmental footprint. So, going along with that, what habits have you adopted to reduce your environmental footprint? Is there
I
anything-
mean, I bring a backpack everywhere. Like, I always have one on me, whether it's like one of those mini ones or like a huge one. Because, like, first of all, I don't want to carry the bags, but also, like, backpacks are way more efficient and you can use them a lot and wash them. So, like, that's my thing. And I do a lot of walking. Just yesterday, I was walking around the city. I got lost 3 times, but I still got through and I'm still here. So,
Sam for you.
and you take a backpack to like stores? Is
yeah.
what you're saying? Okay.
Whether I go downtown or even out of state, like, 'cause you know how, like, here there's, like, the bag tax. Even, like I don't want to pay 5 cents for a bag, but also, like, it's just easier to have a backpack 'cause then you could just carry it on your back instead of having to switch hands and stuff, you know?
I've started to bring my own water bottle places. So, like, whether that's just school or anywhere, I just have my own water bottle with me. And my family also, because we buy water bottles too for the house, and we just started recycling all of them. So we have like an entire, like 2 bags full of plastic bottles, and we just recycle them.
Is that pretty recent in your
yeah.
household? How
Like-
long do you think it's going to last?
It's been going for like a good month now, so I think it'd be like, we're pretty good at it now.
Okay.
I also carry a water bottle with me usually. I don't really, I honestly just don't really like plastic water bottles because I feel like it tastes weird.
Yeah,
with the
it definitely
water.
does. That's a different taste.
Totally.
Yeah, and
Factory
also, whenever I brush my teeth, I'm taking my own advice from the thing I read. Whenever I brush my teeth, I turn the water off.
Yeah.
I've always done that since I was a little kid.
Yeah.
Right.
I think my grandpa told me when I was little, like, or no, my dad told me my grandpa used to say, "Oh, that's what we do in the military. We did in the military. We always turn the water off." And I don't know. I just was like, "Ooh, I'm gonna be like my grandpa." I don't even know if that was true, but I turn off the water.
I mean,
when
it's
brush
not
my
that
teeth.
hard to do. You just, boop, just turn it off.
Yeah.
It bothers me so bad when I see the water running at school because girls will forget to push the handle down. And I'd be like, oh my gosh, that's been running for how long now? When I walk in the
Yeah.
bathroom, I'm like,
Sometimes they're
that's such
stuck,
a
though,
waste.
'cause they're like the push ones, you know?
I
And
think
they're
she means
supposed
the
to
other
work on
ones where you
themselves.
like pull it
Yeah,
like
you
forward.
twist
and
it.
turn
Which
the
floor
water.
is that on?
It's
like
on
the
the second
second
floor.
Yeah.
Really?
The ones
Yeah.
where you pull up and then the water.
That used to
Oh,
happen
yeah.
here a lot too. I remember when I was little, you'd walk in, there'd just be like the things open, and I'd be like, why is there water?
So wait, you're telling me your school has a $1 million football field, with manual, what is it, like washing?
A
Manual
manual,
sinks.
Manual sinks?
yeah.
If it helps, there's automatic dryers instead of paper towels.
Bro, what?
I
Well-
also believe that they should go back to the sinks with the pushes because once after a little while they knew turn it off.
Yeah.
Oh, like the little like
Uh-huh.
where
Yeah.
you press the top.
Or
They
like-
have those in a couple of the
Yeah.
They
bathrooms.
have them on the first floor, if I'm not wrong.
Oh yeah, they do.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
what do they have on the third floor? The
The third
They have
floor, I
the-
think it's
they have
also the pull
sink,
ones.
the pull one.
Oh, they do.
They have the sink.
Right.
They have a sink.
I don't go into the bathroom.
At school?
No,
I think you should go.
I don't trust the bathroom.
Are you-
Well,
Are
I
you
have
okay?
nature calls.
Have you been
hey,
holding
hey,
it
hey,
in?
hey. We're talking about reducing our environmental footprint, guys.
Oh yeah, nature calls got to reduce that.
So,
Don't use
so
the bathroom.
besides not going to the bathroom at school,
I let it concentrate in my body.
That is not healthy at all.
Okay, anyway.
what are some healthy habits that you've adopted to reduce your environmental
Not
footprint?
holding it.
I ride a bike every day. If that helps.
I
Okay.
think learning you could walk everywhere.
Yeah.
Like not everywhere, but like you could definitely walk to places
like
that
a
you
good
want
chunk
to.
of time.
And it's actually fun to walk. Like people who
Mhm.
drive all the time, they're like, "Oh, I don't want to walk. I don't want to walk anywhere." But like once you get outside and you enjoy that fresh air,
And plus,
and
like,
you walk for a long time,
yeah,
it's actually good.
it's a whole other level of serotonin, guys.
It depends
Like
where you're at.
especially when it's like really nice out, you know.
It depends.
It's like when I heard the first nice day of the year, I called Rachel and I was like, Rachel, we have to go out together. And we just walked around the neighborhood and it was a lot of fun. So
Without me. But yeah.
You were
He was a
I
friend.
elsewhere.
Significant other.
I think that it's even better when you walk with friends. Like it makes it a million times fun.
Yeah,
Mhm.
walking by yourself, there's nothing good about that.
That's really sad.
You're just kind of like on the street. And I feel like people
John,
are like,
did they
looking
I do
at
it
you.
all the
I disagree.
time.
Okay.
I
Like,
feel
what
like
is
this
Put
is
on your
a-
headphones and
this
just
is like a personal
walk.
attack.
Val, I think you just did a
Headphones. I'm
personal
gonna get
attack.
kidnapped.
I feel like people just be staring at me like, why is she out? Like, why is she right there?
And you're
I'm just
talking,
like-
and you said that I did a personal attack on John. I think you just did a personal attack on John.
John attacked me.
the left
I
side
walk
of
by
the-
Thinks that
myself all the
I'm
time.
being a woman not gonna get kidnapped.
Well, that's a barrier,
another
right?
topic.
Bring a
It's true.
spray.
I don't have pepper spray.
Do you want some?
Yeah,
I will not give it to you.
Thank you. Okay.
For
So
nothing.
also, I've learned that like, you know the Ziploc bags. My family, because Ziploc
Oh my
bags
God,
for
the
some
Ziplocs.
reason, they're getting expensive. So
And they're like gold in our house for some reason.
yeah,
Oh, yours too? My
And
mom loves to like hoard
so-
them.
we have the Ziploc bags, and once we're done with it, we wash it and then we reuse it.
But like not like a lot. Like we
Oh my-
reuse it like 3 or 4 times and it starts
And
to
then
smell
call it a
weird
day.
and then we're just
Oh,
throw
they
it
got
out.
No,
holes
my
in
mom
your
has
bag.
like
That's pretty good.
the giant Ziploc bag full of tiny Ziploc bags, and she just leaves them in the
A
sink.
bag of plastic bags.
It's
We
just
have
like-
that too.
And she's like, just wash them, and I'm like, okay,
Why can't
but
I
why
just
couldn't you do this earlier? 'Cause now it's like 50 Ziploc bags I have to wash.
So, like Val, your mom reuses them?
Yeah.
Really?
Hmm.
I don't think I've ever reused a Ziploc
I
bag.
know,
You
I
probably shouldn't.
Probably,
Sometimes
like,
I've been
twice.
like I felt like an urge to just throw them away. I was like, yeah, no.
No, there comes a point where you
That's
do have
me.
to throw
Finger
them
for
away.
throwing
Like
them.
it's inevitable, you know, like with
Yeah.
the Ziploc bags.
Can
Same
you-
thing with the water bottles, because the water bottles they're plastic and they have like the little bacteria in it. If you use it a bunch, the bacteria gets in the water.
I think instead of like plastic bags, we have like more like Tupperware, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
We
but
have
the
that
thing with
too.
Tupperwares though is that it takes up a lot of like storage for like no reason. Like I feel like we have like a whole like 2 cabinets full that we could be filling with other useful things.
In my
like,
pantry, we have like an entire shelf just dedicated to
Yeah.
Tupperware. And it's like not even like one of those small shelves. It's like one of those like long shelves, and it's like full of Tupperware.
we have
like,
a little
top to bottom.
cabinet, just one little
You
cabinet.
got a cabinet with like Bro, I don't like going to that cabinet. Every time you open it, it's just everything just falls out.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Every time.
that's how my Tupperware.
Yeah, that's how it is.
So that's why we never have leftovers anymore.
Not
Oh.
Tupperware.
You straight up eat it all. And also I'm hungry.
Yes.
So why do you think you guys think you have a lot of Tupperware? Why do you think you have a lot of Ziploc bags? Why not? Are there alternatives? Are they more expensive?
Well,
Do they even
yeah.
exist?
My parents like to well, obviously not just my parents, but a lot of people like to save money. So like if they can, they won't like buy anything if it will like take less time. If it's more expensive, they'll just like go the easier route for less money.
But I guess with like saving food, right? What is the alternative to store it?
Eat it.
You
Eating
eat it the
it
next
before you
day.
store it.
Yeah, but how do you store it for the night?
Oh, yeah.
In
Well,
the
that's what
fridge.
what
Yeah.
my
That's
house
what Tupperware is
does. It
for.
depends because like we have like empty butter buckets and things. Like you know what I'm talking about? Like those smart balance things.
Oh yeah.
Or like the big tubs of butter. Like we use those too. Like we don't just use Tupperware. We use like bowls in our house. Sometimes like plastic containers that we've saved that we've been like, we don't know why we'll need this, but we might need it, and we keep it, and then it comes in handy for like storing food. So like a lot of plastic like containers are not just a one-use thing in our house. Even those loud cake ones, you know,
yeah,
where you can hear the
same.
whole world. Yeah, we use those too. So
Really?
The entire
yeah,
room.
yeah.
This might be a little nasty, but we use the cake holders as the throw it bowl, and it's considered the throw bowl before the cake container. And then we like wash it out, and then we put the cake on there. Ew.
Okay.
Okay,
So
walking away from
Nasty.
that.
okay,
but
so
we'll move on.
my family, what we do, this is like a whole bunch of us in one house. We usually we usually cooking. We have like ingredients. So like
No
like
duh.
onions,
Like
you know,
one does
grilled
when they cook.
onions, you know, carrots. We put those in plastic bags and freeze them, and like save them for later, and like take portions out of it.
What,
Yeah, that's it.
what does freezing do? Like that's
Like
different
keeping
from
it fresh.
no from refrigerating. Like what?
Yeah,
What
keeping
makes
it
longer.
fresh.
Yeah,
keeping it fresh
freezing.
and
It's
Oh,
longer.
like
wait,
some
yeah,
people
okay.
like refrigerate bread, and it's longer than just keeping it out, but then freezing it keeps it even like longer.
Yeah,
I feel like when
refrigerating is for,
something's
like, short-
frozen, it like lasts forever for some reason.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
forever, but
Not
like
forever,
Well,
but
like
def-
refrigerating,
I
I
feel
think
it's
it's like
changed.
for
Time.
short-term things. So you
Yeah.
put things that you're gonna use in like the weeks to come.
Yeah.
But like
Yeah.
freezing is like if you want to take it out like later in the year.
Right.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Yeah,
something-
definitely,
Yeah,
yeah.
like seafood. If you just like put it up there, it's like
people
it's just vibing.
people will hunt like during the fall, and then whatever they kill,
They throw it in the freezer.
yeah,
yeah,
they do, and then it lasts the winter. I mean,
Yeah.
kind of like Sam. You know, like when you get like
Oh
kind of like a 360,
Throw her
but
in
back
the
on
freezer.
topic. You know, like when you get Chinese food and they like come in those like little containers.
Yeah.
We have like so many of those just to
We
keep
do
food in.
too.
That sounds nasty.
No, it's actually like
No,
really
you
useful.
just wash it out,
You
just
just-
like that throw
yeah.
bowl, and then you
Oh,
just
the
There's
plastic
nothing-
ones. I was talking about the paper ones for a second.
There's nothing soap can't do. Like
Dawn dish
soap
soap.
and water, call it a day.
Can soap clean it.
Dude,
you
Dawn
might not
dish
want to
soap
say
literally
nothing
cleans
soap
you.
can
Yeah,
do,
it's not
'cause
the
there's some
anything.
things maybe. it
Yeah,
can't.
like Rachel and her throw.
no.
Yikes.
We barely make cake, so we might as well use the.
Okay, we're
Okay,
moving
we're
on
done
from
with
that.
this.
We're done with that.
Yeah, forget the toilet.
So let me-
Disgusting.
That's nasty.
So let me ask this: think of your favorite snack, right?
Yes.
You go to the store, it's cookies, cake, chips,
Diabetes.
whatever it is, right? And then you have the knockoff brand, okay? Not as good, but it hits
Just
the
as
spot.
good, but for
All right, where I'm getting
lesser
with this
price.
is your favorite brand, right? The brand you rely on. You know it's gonna hit the spot. Doesn't use reusable or environmentally friendly packaging.
Yeah.
But the knockoff
Exactly.
brand does. Is that swaying your decision, or are you going for the?
Um,
I'm
Chops,
not gonna
that's a
lie.
good
I'm gonna
question.
go for the OG one that I know of. Like, think of Pop Tarts. You have like Pop Tarts, and then you have
Dollar store
the
Pop
other
Tarts.
one.
You have tart pops.
You get the no
they're not
branded
the
one.
same for a reason.
So like, yeah, I'm gonna go for like the Pop Tarts, but like I understand what you're like getting.
Plus,
at.
it's usually the off-brand stuff, like the organic brands that are the ones in the fancy containers. And I sometimes I feel like that stuff is more expensive. Like,
It is.
Yeah,
It is.
it's way more expensive because they use like, isn't it? Because like, like the more like environmentally like,
Yeah, it's
like,
a lot more
cleaner
money
it
when
is,
it's
way
good
more
thing like
expensive.
nobody really
Which
likes
is why
them.
nobody likes to get them
When you're
because
so
it's way more
low
expensive.
that you have to profit off the earth.
Oh
I mean, to be
man.
honest, do you want to be that dude that walks out with Ruffles or Riffles?
Dude, Riffles?
It's not orange and blue. It's like red and blue.
They'll kill you. You got
it's like Oreos
If
or
Davis Anthony will
Creamios.
sign them.
I'm so sorry.
Can't
Cookie
afford
cream.
Nutella, goddamn.
Cookie cream cookie.
There's just no saving today.
Yeah, we're so far down. There's nothing.
we try to bring it back. We're just off the rails
Next
today.
question.
Yeah, next topic.
We're waiting.
Giggins.
So,
Okay.
so what do you do at home or when you're at the store? Like, what are you doing to reduce your footprint? So Aaron had mentioned earlier that they're recycling now, right?
Mm-hmm.
I can't do it in my home because I just every 2 weeks I forget, right? And then it's like a reset. So like,
It's not that
what have you
deep,
tried?
John.
What works? What doesn't?
John forgets
Yes.
exactly every 2 weeks.
He puts one water bottle in the recycling bin, and that's it.
And then he goes,
That's it.
oh, shoot.
Every 2 weeks or 6 months.
Put a bottle in 2 weeks
My
ago.
one water bottle.
Toss it in. No, so like what I know what I do personally, like I walk everywhere, not just 'cause I can't drive, but also like here in the city and being so close to downtown, parking sucks. So even if I could drive, like it would be really hard to like park here. But also in addition to all of that, I'm so sorry. They're making faces and mocking me.
You
Um,
can't see our faces. We have masks on.
You were looking at
Parking
me.
sucks.
Every
Are
2
you sure it's just
weeks.
because you're afraid to drive down the street?
Well,
Sam?
not but parking does suck
Can
here.
you
Like
put a
if you
little
go to
park-
De La Salle, you can't find a parking spot, like a decent one.
No, you just have to pay for one.
Yeah, see, and who wants to do that? Anyway, so
Just park down the street.
what I'm saying is like I walk everywhere and I also like use stuff until like I physically cannot use it anymore. And it's like time to get something new. Like we have lotion in our house, right? And they come in like those bottles with the pumps. And then when the pump runs out, that doesn't mean it's out of lotion. It just means there's still in there that the pump can't reach. So we like use it and like shake it out of the bottle until like we physically cannot get any more lotion out of the bottle.
My family does that with toothpaste. We just roll it up.
Yes.
Until we can get it out.
I think everybody does that. I think
I'm
that's a
milking my
universal thing.
toothpaste.
That,
container.
soap, everything. We do it with everything.
Yeah.
Get the tube just on the side.
Or you get some
side of the
soap
sink.
and there's like a little bit of soap left, so you add a lot of water and then it's like water
Yeah.
soap.
Yeah.
It still works.
It's still soap.
But another thing is like I'm sure everybody does this too. Leftovers. Everybody does leftovers. Everybody
I
knows
hate
leftovers.
Not anymore.
But
It's never the same.
it's not the same, but at least like you're not wasting food, you know? Like there's cuz like already the fast food industry does that. They throw out all kinds of food every day and they're contributing to a lot of the issue of the emissions footprint. you
Yeah,
know?
that makes me so mad because I saw a video on Instagram, and it was like a day as a Dunkin' Donuts worker, and they still had donuts on the shelf, and it was closing time. They go to the dumpster,
Yeah,
they
just throw
dump
those
out the
things
donuts, and there's layers on layers on layers of days old donuts.
Yeah,
Give
they
it to
just throw
me.
those.
And it's
away,
like
man.
almost filled too. So it's like literally any donut you can think of in any color. And it makes me so mad because I know it's not the healthiest thing and I know it's not, but
So
like
they
what are you
lie.
supposed to do?
Yeah.
So
You know
I
what you
went-
do to avoid that? You get an older brother and then they just eat.
And
Everything.
eat.
So there
Dan
is no
eats
leftovers.
Everything. Rachel's older brother, I swear.
All right, we're
We were hiding Oreos from him, and he
let's
still
not-
found
Let's
them.
not rant about
Inspector
Rachel's older
Gadget.
brother right now.
It's a thing.
So
What
yes.
was the question again?
What
Well-
do you do personally to like?
Oh,
Yeah.
I ride my bike everywhere. Still.
Yeah,
You
we know.
mentioned
I
it
see you everywhere
every
on
single
that bike.
day.
You see me every day?
I see you everywhere. Like I see you all over the place here. Like
I
in
don't-
this area.
I don't
think you
see
should
anybody.
I
turn
see
your
no,
GPS
but like
off.
no, he's like here a lot. Like he comes to this club almost every day. And at some point I run into him whether it's in the club or he's riding his bike and trying to taunt me while on his bike. But
Nigel, I think you should turn your GPS off. You know, I think
Somebody's tracking you.
somebody's
I
tracking
always
you.
feel like
I don't know.
somebody's watching me.
I just like just rather just be outside than stay home.
Yeah.
It's not because I have family problems.
It's
But-
just that.
It's
like,
just that this
just better.
pandemic, you know,
It's just-
makes me kind of want to go outside.
And like
Yeah.
it's also I got like EBT, so I might as well spend it. You know what I'm saying?
Sadly, I can't do that because like everywhere that I like usually go, like I usually just stay in my house. But when I do go out, most places are way too far for me to like just walk, or else it'd take me like an hour to get there. Like here, I can't just like walk over here, and it can't be like a 5-minute walk. It's like a 30-minute drive for me.
Ooh.
So yeah, So
Why don't you take a bus? Or like
because
public
I'm afraid of
transportation?
getting kidnapped, Sam. Okay.
On a bus?
Yes,
I
I'm
mean, if
scared.
you're not like,
I'm
Sit
scared
right
of
by the
public
driver.
transportation, Okay.
it's
Wait,
a
you
legit
used
fear
to take the
for some
bus with
people.
us
I
all
know.
the time.
Not by myself.
Sit right by the driver. That's always
I
the
get really
safest
scared
spot.
of like public
they say.
transportation. I said it. I'm scared of public
You want
transportation.
some? You want
No.
some pepper
And plus,
spray
it would
too?
take even longer for me to get here by bus.
Yeah,
they
but
take
you would
stop
be
and stop.
using less like emissions, you know.
Well,
Yeah,
some
well,
people
buses take a
some
lot of
people
that, too.
have
Yeah.
to drive.
Yeah.
Yeah, some people like really
For
have
sure,
to.
I know, and that's like
Don't make
what
me feel
sucks,
guilty,
you know.
Sam.
No, wait. So, like, I know a lot of
Oh,
the
please.
teachers, like a lot of teachers in my time, like even in grade school, they
my
would
time.
live like over in God's country and have to drive here
God's
every day, and like. I never understood why they would take a job that's so far away from their house
Money.
because it's
Yeah,
so
money.
much to drive. Well, John, you live in Indiana.
Yeah,
Why
why
you
do you
drive to
Money.
another state every
You're not
day?
making that
Knows
good of
his
money with
no, but I
us.
mean,
John, I
mean,
think you need to turn off your GPS.
No,
too.
he told us.
no, but I mean, like, you
Sam is just
you make a
watching
good point,
everybody.
right? Like, you can, like, opportunities. You know, you may have to drive a little bit farther, right? Yes, I do live in Indiana, but the commute isn't that bad, right?
But you live in another state and you come all the way
Actually-
to Illinois for work.
Well, it's
But it's really not that far,
it's
right?
really
Actually-
close
Yeah.
to Chicago.
He
if you
did
think about it.
move to Illinois.
So, like, what? So, like, some staff who live in
Did
the
you say
city,
Illinois?
it may take just as long for them to get here to work for me to drive my car home, right?
How long
So
does it take you?
Oh.
relative, like 20 minutes.
Oh, that's
Really?
not bad.
It's not far. It's not far at all.
It took you a while to go get your computer when you
well,
left
that's
it
because
at
I
home.
like to just,
You just
Sunday
called
just
drive.
like
Us
sit
today.
around.
We're
Sorry,
all
John.
coming for John. We're
John, you are our target for
He just,
Sorry.
that's
I
different. You
took
just
the
didn't
side
want to be
streets,
here.
okay?
Wait, 20 minutes for Sad Street?
I'm sorry?
20 minutes for Sad Street?
That's not bad.
No,
I
20 minutes on the expressway.
Oh.
Ah.
So
see.
that's about 15 minutes on the expressway, and then 5 to 10 depending on traffic.
Must be nice having a car and all.
It's not. Gas prices are going up.
Do you
But-
still have that red car? Sorry. Never mind.
No more red car.
Ah, that was like barely on wheels.
It was a go kart. It was.
That poor car.
No,
I-
don't dox, John.
I didn't do my part with the environment with that car.
Yes.
But I guess moving along, do you guys know anyone in particular who has worked really hard to reduce their footprint? Maybe it's a teacher, a family member.
Yes.
friend,
Val and I
like-
looked at each other immediately.
My grandmother.
Yep.
What does she do in particular?
Oh boy.
Every day she wakes up like really early and she goes across to our park and she will go digging in the trash cans for like the aluminum cans
Mm.
because it also like gets it away from the animals and stuff. Plus she'll go to the recycling center and get money for it.
But
Hey.
also,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they still give money out for that, don't
but
they?
no, she does more than that. She has a whole bunch of reusable jars and plastic containers and butter buckets. Like,
You sure she's just not a hoarder?
I am sure, Nigel. Right.
That's not my last name.
wait.
Wait.
That's not.
Wait.
What?
Okay, stop talking about me.
But no,
Yeah.
it's she's got a whole bunch of stuff, and I just kind of whenever I'm like, hey, I need this really obscure thing. And she'd be like, I think I have that really obscure thing. And like, I don't have to go to the store for it
I
because
feel like
grandma
that's
has
grandmothers
it.
in general. Like I say that to my grandma. I'll pull up like the randomest thing, and she'll be like, "Yeah, here it is." I was like,
I'll be
Where
like,
did you
I
get
need a
this from?
denim jacket that's like light blue, but not too light blue. She'd be like, I have that jacket that you're looking for. And it's like, did you just pull it out of the air? Where are you getting this stuff?
Well, I mean, that's probably how they grew up, right?
"Yeah."
Probably didn't have as much, so they kind of keep everything.
Well, because a lot of
And
them are
then-
like the Depression's children, you know?
Yeah. My great grandpa also used to do the can thingy, but my mom said when she was like in high school and he would drive her to school, he'd be on the road driving. He'd see a can in the street, open his door, swoop it up with his hand, and then
"I'm
he'd
still
throw it in the
driving."
bag. And they had like bags, like black, those giant black garbage
Yep.
bags, full to the brim with cans. And then he'd go, and this is like every week he'd go, and they would have like 7 of these bags full, because he would just drive around, or he'd be walking, and he'd just pick up everything, and then he'd make like, what were they, like 5 cents for like a can? He'd be making some money from some cans.
I mean, that's kind of wild to think about, right? One person, 7 bags of just garbage, and he probably hit what, a couple blocks.
No,
Yeah,
Couple of dollars.
not all
man.
hero wear
because
capes.
he used to drive her like, I remember he'd have to drive her like on the expressway. She'd have to take 2 buses. You know how moms are like, I had to take 3 buses to school.
In
She
my
had to take
day.
2 buses or something. And the whole way there, every neighborhood he'd go through, he'd be swooping up them cans and just like she said, the people listening cannot see, but he'd open the door, lean, and just scoop it right off the floor, and then throw it right in the back. And yeah,
I feel like that'd be a pretty cool, like, video
an
game
action
concept.
scene.
Pretty cool video. You just like swooping up cans.
That's definitely a party trick.
He's like, "You want to see what I
He
can
used to do that for everything though. One time, he was
Stay on the road."
I think they were late, so he was zooming, and his hubcap fell off, and they were like, Grandpa, your hubcap fell off. He'll be like, I'll get it on the way back, and then he got it on the way back. He was like,
He said,
I
"Time
swooped it
stops
up.
for no one."
Hubcaps are expensive.
Yeah.
He got it though.
Especially if they're stolen. Because on our truck, we had the Ford hubcaps, and we literally
Did you
people
just admit
stole
to a crime?
all 4.
Uh,
People at the park, like the gangbangers, they stole all 4 hubcaps. All 4. That say Ford.
My Auntie Gloria, like, always gets her hubcap stolen.
So how
for
is
it.
this helping the environment?
I have
guys?
no
reduce,
idea.
reuse, recycle.
That's true.
It's not stealing. It's just recycling.
I feel like after every
Oh,
couple
yeah.
months, she's like, my hubcaps got stolen.
So by that logic, if I steal something, I'm not.
No.
I'm not
You're
stealing.
helping
Wait a
the
minute. I
environment.
was joking.
If you want to go to jail, I mean, sure, try it, but
One-way ticket.
But I'm also reusing it for my own purposes.
you know, I think this is what we like to call a moral gray area.
I think on that note, we're gonna. I'll leave everyone with this question. Okay, we'll close it up. We'll go back to the Ruffles versus Riffles. Okay?
Oh God.
You're a big fan of Ruffles. They decide that they're going to transition to a more friendly environment bag, but that's going to cost you an extra 50 cents. Are you walking out of the store with Ruffles, or are you a new fan of Riffles?
I am a new fan of Riffle.
So,
I mean, I don't know,
joking.
because like, you know, like sometimes, like I usually get like the Walmart, you know, Riffles, but like sometimes the
Walmart
name brands just do it, you know. Like sometimes if I have to pay 50 extra cents, like I'll do it if I have the taste for the Ruffles and not the Riffles. If you get what I'm saying, though, like, I don't know. Like, there's a difference between, like, Oreos and the Creamios, cookies and cream. Cookies and cream, right? So, like, sometimes the Oreo just hits different, and Creamios just don't cut it sometimes.
Yeah, same with the Pop-Tarts and the Tart Pops or whatever.
I mean,
Sometimes they just don't.
The Hershey's and the Herschel.
wait, I'll say this. I would probably switch to the Ruffles. But sometimes you just need a Ruffle that has a 50-cent extra charge because of their new plastic bag. Their new bag, and you're like, you know what?
It depends on
Today's
how you're feeling.
A Ruffle day.
But also, like, you can buy it for 50 extra cents knowing that you're helping the environment. Not like that Billie Eilish sweater that's $120 that's helping the environment. That's just wild. Have you seen that, John?
No, I
Sorry,
haven't.
Billy.
No.
I haven't.
At that point,
so
I just
Billie
don't care.
Eilish, what she's doing, she's selling like merch, which like merch from like singers already is really expensive. But this sweater is $120 and it's supposed to be like environmentally friendly and like all of this stuff. But that kind of,
I'm so
A
sorry.
for effort.
there's a difference between the Ruffles being 50 extra cents and Billie Eilish's sweater being $120.
Billy gotta make that
I mean,
revenue back though.
It just sounds like she
know.
getting her shirts made in America.
Corporate America. With that being said,
They've got to make their money back
Anyways.
somehow.
I wouldn't buy Ruffles or Riffles. I like Doritos.
So would you do Doritos or burritos?
You know, this is why I transitioned to
John,
fruits.
your face.
Poor John.
You know,
we're gonna end this.
I'm now starting to buy fruits.
This
fresh
is the last
fruits
you'll be
like
seeing of
apples
us.
and
He'll never
orange.
let us be here again.
Please tune in next week as we discuss Ruffles versus
And
Doritos
hopefully we'll have ourselves
versus
together.
Ruffles. Yes. So, to reduce the potentially harmful impacts of climate change, every person, including you, must be part of the solution. Our world is made up of limited resources that we need to use responsibly. Our daily habits, like how we brush our teeth and how we get to school, impact our environment. So,
Keystone out.
I was gonna
Keystone
say, with
out.
that being said, Keystone out. Okay. One,
Keystone
two,
out.
three,
We'll see you next
Keystone
week for
out.
our last episode.
We're being rushed. Goodbye.